Hello ladies and gentlemen, Calisto Redux here with another Redstone showcase for you guys. This time I'm going to show you guys what I call a Etho style horse timer. So this is a device that will tell you how fast your horse is, and it is in the style of what Etho's Lab, if you don't know who he is, has been making on the Mindcrack server. Go ahead and check him out. I'll link to him in the description if you don't know who he is, but I'm sure you do. So as you can see here, the upper row shows in seconds how fast your horse has moved from the tripwire here on the left to the tripwire here on the right, and the bottom row shows in tenths of a second. So this is accurate up to 1/10 of a second to show how fast your horse is. So I have gone ahead and employed my friend here, Lucy, to help me out with testing this. I don't need that lead. And we are going to go ahead. This first block is a reset. This device takes 1 second to reset, and depending on how fast your horse is, this needs to extend further or not. So I have it to the maximum length for the fastest horse you could possibly have. I also put a button to make this much more compact in case you want to just reset it manually. So we're going to go ahead and run through here. It's going to reset, start, and finish. And as you can see, it took my horse 3.8 seconds to get through this. And horses do have an acceleration time, so ideally you will have plenty of build-up time. So we'll go ahead and run through again. And once again we got 3.8. So this horse takes about 3.8 seconds to go through this amount of space. As I said, if you want to remove this excessively long reset timer, I have employed a button in the back. So you could just come here, press this button, or of course you could link this button to a more convenient location using Redstone. It'll be instantly reset. So you could ignore this whole extension of dark gray wool. Timer's ready for you. Just run through the start and to the end, and once again you got your time, 3.8 seconds. Let's go ahead and reset it one more time. And 3.8 seconds. So let's go ahead and take a look at how this thing works. Okay, so here's the first part of the timer, showing the 1/10 of a segment section. This is actually very similar to my randomizer, only instead of starting and stopping at a random point of time, what we have here is it's going to start when you go through this tripwire and end when you go through here. So here's the reset. Let's go through it real quick. And you can see all the lights are off. Now when we go through the first part, just like my randomizer, it's going to cycle through each one of these lamps every 1/10 of a second. Going single tick pulse, going through each repeater set to default. And when you go through this second tripwire here, we have an RS NOR latch that is going to stop this by using locking repeaters. And because it's only a 1-tick signal, it is going to stop between two repeaters here, as you can see, just like all the randomizers I have put on my page do. So now let's take a look at the 1-second timer. So up top here we essentially have the same mechanism. We have repeaters locking other repeaters. When the mechanism starts, a signal gets sent to the first second after 1 second. But unlike the bottom, the repeaters do not lock when you run through the finish line. Instead, after the signal goes through each one of these 1/10 of a second segments, so after 1 second, the signal gets carried through this gray signal up to the black and unlocks the repeaters on top every 1 second. So after 1 second, the signal gets carried one more, another second, gets carried another, 1 second, another. So this will gauge a horse up to 9.9 seconds. And that is essentially how it works. Let's go ahead and run through the start one more time. As you can see, the signal gets carried through every 1/10 of a second through the bottom, and then every 1 second through the top. And we can stop it in time, hopefully. If we don't, it'll just continue through again. So most horses, or in fact all horses in Minecraft, will get through this in less than 10 seconds. So that's why this will work fine. Let's go through the finish. And as you can see, it will stop this on the bottom and stop the top, locking it. And so there you have it. That is how this timer works. This wasn't a tutorial, just a showcase, but if you guys would like to see a tutorial, just leave some comments. If even a few of you want to see it, I'll go ahead and do it. But this is a pretty complicated mechanism using some very compact single pulse mechanisms, lock and repeaters that I use a lot, some nice RS NOR latches, as this is right here, very compact. The schematic file will be available for download if you'd like to see it. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video. So until next time, see you all later. Peace.